Well, top five Hitchcock. Here we go. I'm psyched about my list because it spans four different decades. I just realized.
Oh, wow.
So this should be cool.
Yeah, I
You
didn't know if mine did or not.
you want
Probably doesn't.
you want to start first?
All right. The first movie
Hmm.
is was actually made the year I was born.
Ah, okay.
And we've discussed this previously. It's
Yes.
Rope.
That's also my number five.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, a
All
match.
right.
Cool. Yeah, good movie. We did talk about this pretty recently on top five 1940s, but
Yeah.
yeah, classic.
But one of the things that we didn't discuss about it was that the way it was made, it looked like it was just one
Hmm. Yeah, one continuous camera
continuous
shot.
scene. Yeah, one
Right,
continuous camera shot.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was very cool. But yeah, it's one of those movies that could have easily been transformed into a play because of that too. Uh,
Actually, I think it was based on a play originally.
oh, really? Okay. Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense. But yeah, the that's true. The look of it was really cool, and yeah, the two psychopaths were good in it, and great how they got their comeuppance at the end. But
Yeah. I mean, the whole premise was that, they committed a murder and they wanted to see if they were going to get away with it because they
right,
thought it was so great. Uh,
yeah, inviting people to this
yeah,
sick
to
dinner
this
party.
party where
Right.
where the people were friends of the person that they killed, and everybody was going, "Where's da? Where is he? We haven't seen him." And they would go,
Right.
"Oh, he's around somewhere."
Yeah, yeah. And James Stewart was really good in that. I gotta say, his speech at the end was cool.
Yeah,
But
very interesting movie.
yeah, definitely a different one for sure. So cool. So that was my five. So what's your four? This is going fast.
I know, faster than we thought. My number four was 1943,
Okay.
Shadow of a Doubt. You probably
Oh,
don't have that one.
no, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, this was Joseph Cotton was the main character of the story, and it was taking place during the the Mary Widow uh, murderers.
Okay.
And as the story was going on, his daughter uh, started thinking that her father was the Mary Widow warrior
Uh-huh.
murderer. So it's just like slowly, there's like little hints here and there. It was a
Yeah.
very good suspense movie. It was really good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't even have that like registered on my watch list, so I'll have to check that one out. Um, Cool. Okay. So my number four is one we also discussed previously from the 50s, from 1955, The Trouble with Harry.
Ah, yeah, I knew you were going to do that one.
Yeah, yeah. This is kind of like more of a comedy actually. It has a really good cast. Shirley MacLaine, John Forsythe is in this, and it's of course, about a dead body that's found. But unlike Rope, this one it's just reasons to find humor in it, and all these people think that they had something to do with his death, and
And we're
yeah,
trying to hide the fact.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit of a different turn for Hitchcock, but a fun one for sure. So that one did not make your list.
No, it didn't. I knew you were going to do it, so I left it out.
Okay, okay.
I didn't know you were going to do the number five one. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't think
okay.
that we both would be doing rope.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So what's your three?
1959, North by Northwest.
Mine too. Look
This
at
is
us
your
go.
number 3 also? Oh my
Yeah,
God, we're even getting them in the same order.
that's crazy. This is a first for sure. But yeah, we've talked about this one too.
Yeah, Cary Grant,
Yeah.
Ava Marie Saint.
Yeah, the chemistry between them was really good. That was one of my favorite aspects of the movie, actually. And the whole thing where he didn't know if he could really trust her and all that. That made it kind of a fun, kind of like a spy movie, really.
Yeah,
But
in most of Hitchcock's movies, where women, have like a co-star, uh,
mhm.
lead in the movie, it's always like a doubt whether you can trust them or not.
Right, right. Yeah, but I love that. I mean, you feel kind of on the edge the whole movie, and then that great scene in the crop field with the plane chasing him, man, it's classic. That's got to go down as one of Hitchcock's like most famous scenes of all
Yeah, I
time.
know. They show that scene all the time.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and really cool how he gets out of that too. It's crazy. Yeah, and for someone who didn't have any experience being like any sort of spy or criminal leanings, he does pretty well in the movie. So wow, this is going really fast, this episode.
I know.
I think we'll probably have one more in common, but I don't think you'll have this as your number 2. My 2 is Frenzy.
No, I do not have Frenzy.
Yeah, this is 1972. I think it's his last movie, if I'm not mistaken. And it was filmed in London and had an all British cast. The lead actor is John Finch, who played Macbeth in the 70s Macbeth. And he's great in it. This movie has like a little bit of everything that makes Hitchcock great. It's a murder mystery, but you like the audience knows who the killer is, but the main actor is falsely accused, and he has to, fight his way to make it known who the real killer is. And but it's got humor in it because the detective, his wife, makes all these like really horrible dinners that he never wants to eat, and there's this whole funny thing with that keeps popping up. And then like there's this sick humor with the guy who rapes and strangles the women, where every time he does it he keeps saying lovely over and over again in this really weird way. But it's got these great, like, there's all these memorable scenes where the guy, like, he's in the back of this truck, potato truck with a corpse, and he's trying to get this thing off of her finger, and like it's a really funny scene there as well. And then an awesome camera move where the guy's taking this girl into the building and the camera follows them in from outside and up the stairs, but then backs back out, and you know what's going on inside, but you just hear the busy city street. Really cool. So yeah, that was a movie that kind of took me by surprise. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, but that's one of my favorites. So there you go.
Okay. My number 2 is Vertigo.
Ah, okay.
And it's again, it's you got a female where you can't trust her.
Right.
It starts out that James Stewart is following Kim Novak, who is supposed to be a friend of his wife and stuff, and then she falls off this tower to her death.
Right. Right. Yeah, I couldn't really get into this one. It's like a really slow movie, I felt like.
Yeah, it is. The thing is more with the Kim Novak character.
Yeah.
Because then he meets this woman that has a resemblance to her.
Right. Yeah.
and then he tries to make her over to look like the woman that jumped off the tower type
Right.
thing.
Yeah, and of course, this is regarded as one of his all-time greats. So many people always have it ranked as, in the top 5 for sure.
Yeah. His big thing with the thing was, creating that zoom in and out thing,
right,
to get the Vertigo look.
Yeah, which I think he pulls off. And of course, Mel Brooks made a whole movie kind of using this as the main movie to make fun of, with High Anxiety.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah,
I was gonna mention High Anxiety, like kind of as a shout out, because like the whole sequence with the birds was hilarious that Mel Brooks did, and the real The Birds by Hitchcock, I thought looked kind of fake. Otherwise, I might have listed it. But yeah, High Anxiety. I mean, Vertigo. I'm sorry. Had the effects were cool, actually. I gotta say, in that regard.
Yeah.
So number 1, I have a feeling may be the same. Do you think so? 60s?
Yeah, I would think that it's probably the number 1.
We've mentioned it before.
Yes,
from 1960 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Psycho. Yeah. Of course, that had to be Psycho, man. I mean, so many different reasons, but of course, Anthony Perkins was great as Norman Bates, and you really think he's talking to his mother the whole movie, which is cool.
Yeah.
The shower scene, of course, the music.
Yeah. There's so many things in this movie.
Yeah. Janet Leigh, like the beginning of the movie, you think it's more about her, and then the plot basically takes a left turn when she gets to the Bates Motel.
Yeah.
So really cool movie, and one of the all-time great horror movies, basically.
Yeah, it spawned what? 2 sequels, maybe?
Yeah, well, they did a full-blown remake of it, which was essentially the same movie with Vince Vaughn. They did it shot for shot.
Right, and did they do one called the Bates Motel?
Oh, yeah, that's right. The kid from E.T. was played like a young Norman Bates or something, or I don't really remember, but yeah, nothing beats the original, obviously.
No.
So okay, cool. Well, yeah, this may be our quickest episode. It's going to be easy to put these together too, I think.
Yeah, I think number 1 would have to be Psycho.
Well, yeah. So now the question is, do we put the other 2 that we had in common and then our number 2s?
Yeah, I would think so.
So North by Northwest would be 2.
Number 2, right.
And then Rope at 3?
Yeah, we could do that.
So then it's a matter of, okay, Vertigo versus Frenzy. So, okay, I'm looking on Letterboxd. Frenzy has a 3.6, so I think you're probably going to win, I would guess. We didn't mention another one that is usually high on people's list, Rear Window.
Yeah.
That one to me also was a little slow moving.
Right, and there's been a couple of remakes to Rear Window also.
Yeah, which The Burbs is kind of a tribute to Rear Window, and I love that movie.
I know.
Okay, so Vertigo has a 4.2, so that I'll have to put that at 4, and then Frenzy makes it at 5. Cool. I like this. Okay, so the official reading, the top 5 Alfred Hitchcock movies. At number 5, Frenzy. At number 4, Vertigo. At number 3, Rope. At number 2, North by Northwest. And at number 1, Psycho. Yeah. Awesome. I did want to mention another honorable mention. It's another one that's a little older. I want to say from the 40s, Lifeboat. Have you seen that one?
Which one?
Lifeboat.
Yes, Lifeboat. Yes.
It all takes place on a boat.
That one's like to me was like a little slow.
Yeah, that one is too, kind of. But it's cool though how it's all filmed on a boat. You would think it would get boring after a while, but it's actually kind of cool with the, they don't trust this German guy that they save his life, and then obviously they realize they shouldn't have trusted him. But yeah, I was surprised by that one. I thought that was cool, but yeah, I think our list is good.
I mean, basically, all his movies had some interesting factor to them, and he would always try to break the boundaries of filming and things like that.
Yeah, and just his camera work. I mean, Spielberg used a lot of his kind of stuff, like in Jaws, like the shot where he's quickly zooming out of the main actor when he's on the beach and he thinks he sees something. It's all that kind of stuff where it's all on the surface. You don't see things quite yet. He's really good at that. The master of suspense, as they call him.
Yeah, he is, without a doubt.
Yep. Another one I would mention is Strangers on a Train. Was an interesting one too, which they kind of did a remake of that with Throw Mama from the Train, with where they actually show a clip of the movie in there, and it's like the whole basis of the movie. So he influenced so many different people.
I never saw that one, but I heard that it was like really good.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
What was it? Basically, two guys talking on a train, though, right? It was
he wants one of the guys is more crazy than the other, and they want to swap murders, basically, is the idea.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember.
Right.
Yeah, I still didn't see it, but I remember now that they were swapping murders.
Yeah. So I mean, he's influenced so many different filmmakers and actors, obviously. So we had to do a Hitchcock.
I mean, he's had some of the best actors in his movies.
Yeah. And some of the best actresses as well. So cool. All right. So not bad. So next week, I think we talked about the possibility of doing top 5 time travel movies, because the new Bill and Ted movie is coming out next week.
Okay.
And I can tell you right now that will not be on my list, but there's definitely room for some time travel comedies. There can be all kinds of stuff when you start thinking about it. So that'll be a good one. Are you up for it?
Yeah. I mean, you figure probably 50% of the Star Trek movies were.
Oh my God. Yeah, I guess when you consider that, any movie where people are reliving days or moments over and over again count, all kinds of stuff. So this will be a wide open field. So, okay, cool. We'll look forward to that next week. And if you like this, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications and whatnot, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, because as always, you will be surprised at our top 5.
I always am. All right, so see you next week. Love you.
Love you too.
All right, see you.
Bye.